How's it going, everyone? Daxellz here, and today we're going to be reacting to another I Did a Thing video. We're going to be reacting to the world's largest Beyblade destroys a house. If you don't know what a Beyblade is, you're really missing out on a childhood that was great, because literally Beyblade was literally the best show growing up. I'm not going to lie. And it created one of the best games of spinning top fights. Oh my god, I used to love the show. Used to play the game, collected everything, loved all of it. Favorite character was Ray, by the way, if you didn't know. But yeah, apparently I Did a Thing has recreated a Beyblade. I don't know how, but he's made the world's largest one, so this sounds terrifying and dangerous, so please do not attempt to do this at home. If you could. Okay, and away we go.
Today's video is sponsored by Simply Safe. More on that later.
Hog. I don't know what that is. What is that? Is that a saw blade? Okay. He went that way. Looney Tunes reference. Nice. Sweet.
How you going? Now, I have never been this excited to make a video before, so let's just roll straight into the build.
Sweet. Nice. That is one strong saw. Not up the nuts. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now, if you don't know what a Beyblade is, they are these little crappy plastic spinning discs, which just like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Created a horrible TV show with the sole purpose of tricking children into buying expensive rubbish. And it worked. I loved it. Way more than Pokemon and the other games. Mainly because playing with Beyblades involved real physical armed combat with the other kids at school. Kind of like American schools today. If there's a shooter at the door. And I have such fond memories from recess time of all the kids gathering around the Beyblade arena.
It got banned from my school.
Making bets with their lunch money.
Like every game and everything.
Cockfight.
Beyblade. All right, there you go.
And most kids were lucky enough to have parents that bought them Beyblades, but I didn't, so I just stole other kids. And this worked for quite a while, until everyone realized I somehow had all the Beyblades in the school. But now, I have the opportunity to make my own, and at the moment, it doesn't spin too well. But I'm hoping I can fix that by slapping on a similar top and bottom to this Beyblade, and then it'll spin real good. Now, I'm not going to randomly start adding things on and just spinning this big boy up at a high speed, as I really don't want to make the same mistake that scientists like Stephen Hawking's made and lose the use of my legs in a horrific Beyblade accident. So I'm going to make some smaller prototypes with this saw blade and my 3D printer.
This dude's gotta chill.
To actually do some research, and I found out that there is a very wholesome niche community of men that enjoy nothing more in the world than relaxing and spinning tops. And after sifting through hundreds of photos of them at the beach with their designer full metal spinning tops, I came across their 11 spinning top commandments. And I'll give you a summary, as they mainly just babble on about not sleeping with a fellow topper's wife and the importance of never ever reading the script from another spinning top club, but there was some useful information. Mostly that I need to keep the weight even and down low. And they kept referencing heavy hauls. And I thought they were talking about each other's wives again, but a haul is actually the spinning blade. And the heavier and wider it is, means the spinning top will spin more stably and for longer. So this is what I came up with. And after giving it a spin, I realized that I had completely ignored the first commandment and had too much weight on top of the haul. And I'm going straight to hell. So I came up with this much smaller design. And it spins really well. And I got pretty impatient and just decided I was going to shove a bearing in it and then spin it up with a drill to see what it would do to a carrot.
Dude, stop. Put shoes on or something, dude. Like.
Now I just need to do the same thing and upscale it with the really big blade, and then also find somewhere to buy giant carrots.
And wear shoes.
So this is my plan for the big boy. I've got my giant Beyblade in the middle on a ramp, and it's locked in place with a metal rod. Then I get a lawnmower on top and attach a wheel to the shaft, which will make contact with the top of the Beyblade, spinning it really fast. Then I just pull away the holding rod, and hopefully it will just travel down the tracks, spinning into a house filled with things that it will destroy.
Oh, I like the idea
now I
of
just
that.
need to decide what I'm making the body of the
like
Beyblade
chaos.
out of. And at first I felt like a genius, as I thought I could just make it out of this old wooden post and also turn my drill press into a lathe using a couple
be a
of
real
bolts
Beyblade.
and then turn the wood
wood
down to size. But that didn't really work.
I'm glad.
So
It needs
I
to be
decided
metal.
To try it again. Ow, again. And got a nice punch in the stomach and bent my crappy rig, which is probably a sign I should stop and do it the proper way. So I got in touch with a friend who actually knows what they're doing and has a really big lathe. And my mate Jilly. Jilly comes from a family of lathes. His father was a lathe, his father's father was a lathe, and his great-grandpapa was the largest cast iron lathe in Australia. So I just bought 20 kilos of heavy metal, which hopefully would not fly off and hit me in the chest.
I'm not gonna miss that, by the way. He shaped it like a penis.
Which hopefully would not fly off and hit me in the chest.
This guy. Okay.
And as soon as we slapped the round bar into the lathe, it became very clear that it actually wasn't round. The metal workers had gypped me. It was super wobbly, and this definitely needs to come out if I want my blade to spin well. And we did this in a process known as facing. Similar to facing in Hollywood, where a blade is scraped along the surface to remove any irregularities and insecurities. Then, once we finished that, we bore a hole to place the bearing in. And neither of us know how this is done, but we've heard the name press fit bearings before. So we used a press to fit the bearings. And the hole was probably a bit too tight, as we could only get the bearing in half the way, but it should still work. And after we finished putting it in, I realized I hadn't actually been doing anything. So while he was facing up the other pieces, I'm going to use a tool I've always wanted to use.
What's that?
It looks like a drill press, but cuts in multiple directions, cutting anything you want. Moving through steel like butter, and through butter like water, and through water like it's not even there. And I always thought using one of these was going to be infinitely fun. But the novelty wore off pretty quick, and I was just frustratingly turning and playing with my knob for several hours. So a pretty normal day. And after I had finished cutting the contact ridges on the now buttery steel, there was only one thing left to do, which was to create the point on the bottom of the Beyblade.
So I have no idea how this works, so you could just be making stuff up and I'm just going to believe you.
Watch the secret is I don't know how it works either.
The spinning topper men recommended a round point if you want the spinner to move around a lot, which I do. So Jilly just tapered the end, and we're done. And it's beautiful and even balances on the point, which gives me hope about the distribution of weight being correct.
Accident as well.
That's amazing.
How's it doing that?
That's perfect.
Are you tricking me?
It's just spinning that fast and we can't even tell.
It's just matching up with the frame rate of our eyes.
Wow.
Now, I really should have made all these parts thread together, but you need to remember that I don't know what I'm doing at all, so instead I'm just going to have to weld them. And because the rest of the metal is shiny, I figured I also need to clean the rust off the blade to match, but only on the side you'll see.
Oh, wow.
And this is a big problem with cleaning things. You just discover more problems. So after welding up the crack, I decided I was definitely not going to clean the other side. And then I figured I would never have to take it apart again, so I just welded all the parts together using my strongest welding rods.
Oh no, is that a bad idea?
The whole Beyblade level. And this thing is now hilariously heavy. It weighs 22 kilos, or for my American viewers, 22 kilos, but in pounds. Now I just need to find a way to spin it, and I don't want to break my lawnmower.
He's like,
so
I'm not going to do the thing, you do it.
Which I'm planning
you convert
to
it.
let the Beyblade loose in, and see if I can find anything useful there. And amazingly, the property was filled with all kinds of different lawnmowers, some electric ones, some petrol ones, and even a shine one.
Why have you got so many?
I also discovered something I wasn't expecting to find in a nice middle-class suburban area like my own.
What? No.
What?
Pots. Lots and lots of pots, which I reckon we used to grow pot.
You know what I like? I like that it looks like someone else has already used a massive Beyblade in here and just cut off all the plants. For you.
I don't think that's... Nah.
Does it smell like it?
Nah.
I wouldn't know.
Maybe it's all parsley. Maybe that's what it is.
And it looks as though no one had been here for a while, and they don't really need all these lawnmowers. So I snagged one and took it home. And I don't know why I thought the lawnmower from the abandoned grow house would work, but it didn't. So I'm going to have to take it apart and give it a scrub.
Oh no, no.
After taking it apart, I'm very disappointed in the local dealers. Not only did they get caught and lose their stash, but they also have no respect for lawnmowers and have definitely not done the recommended engine oil change every 6 months. So I decided I need to take the carburetor and air filter off and give it all a good clean. And some of you have been asking for more restoration videos, as you kind of liked how relaxing and ASMR-y it was. So here's another, just for you guys. How to restore your local drug dealer's lawnmower. First, just take apart the carburetor and clean away the thick THC oil that is built up and dried in the bottom of the carburetor belt.
Scratching metal.
Take out this small metal piece at the bottom and clean out the holes with a pin until it is clear enough that a stoner, no matter how strong their lungs, could use it as a cone piece if they wanted to. Then
any more jokes, sweet jokes?
Air filter and replace it with a drug-free one. And then
oh
I just
my
repaired
god,
the crack in the fuel tank and put it all back together. And now hopefully it'll work.
Hey!
And it kind of works. It almost sounds like it's having an asthma attack, but that's pretty fitting considering where it came from. Now I'm going to try and attach the shaft and tire to the engine of the lawnmower, and to do so, I need to remove the lawnmower blade.
Like his innuendo jokes is there.
Piece of offcut I got for cheap as the new extended shaft, but it's a little too heavy.
Oh my god!
So instead, I'm going to use this steel pipe, and I am wanting to use.
Someone got a counter on jokes per minute by this guy right now?
Cut it, but it says it's only rated for aluminium, so I just made a quick adjustment to the pipe, and now it works.
Wow. Okay.
And now I need a frame to attach the lawnmower and everything else to. So I also borrowed this bench from the grow house. And in order to keep the lawnmower shaft from wobbling, I'm using some of these bearing pillow blocks. And don't make the same mistake I did. The name is very misleading, and they are not a comfortable substitute at all.
Oh my
And now I've gotten far enough that I reckon I can give it a slow, full-scale test, just to see if I'm kind of on the right track. So I just cut up some of my mate's climbing rope, sorry Matt, and tied it around and gave it a big pull. And after
still
doing
not wearing
the same
shoes.
thing, maybe 3 more times, hoping I would get a different result, I realized there were a lot of things going wrong here.
Yeah, the whole base is moving.
Ignored the first commandment, and for some reason made this thing really top-heavy. And it's not going to work at all. In the past 2 weeks of running around, gathering materials, spending patron money, and all the lathe singing was just a waste of time. All to make a very small, extremely heavy, expensive, pathetic dumbbell.
Oh no!
Dumbbell.
And he soldered it all together.
Yoink.
Wait, what? Oh.
And this spins so much better than my big, heavy, stupid Beyblade. So I reckon if I make it again, but this time reduce the weight and have it on a thinner pole, I should be able to balance it nicely. And to do that, I'm just going to use this novelty cartoon-sized bolt.
Oh
and then
my
once again get help from my mate that knows what he's doing and ask him to taper off the end.
Sweet.
Your baggy shirt's so close to that.
Safety first.
And the new plan for the lawnmower is for it to no longer make contact with the Beyblade via a tire, but for it to spin in a more traditional Beyblade style and to pull a ripcord from the blade, speeding it up. And to do that, I need to attach this wheel hub to the lawnmower. And a good machinist would just reduce a solid piece of round bar to this thread size and just screw it in. But my solution is to get this bolt, which goes inside this bolt. Then that bolt goes inside this nut. And then that nut goes inside this pipe, and that pipe fits in the center of this bearing, which will hold it in place.
Okay.
So I just welded it all together and just screwed the hub into the lawnmower, which is firmly bolted to the bench. And
sick, he's making a Bay launcher.
From the Beyblade, I'm going to need it to be held in a solid position. And I did speak to Maker's Muse, a pretty smart guy, who sketched up some CAD models of a fancy clamp I could make, which did look quite a bit more impressive than my paint sketch. But I decided to go against his advice and just bought a pair of vice grips and just welded them onto a pipe, which is a little bit awkward in this position because if the Beyblade starts to wobble and angles up, it can hit the pipe and destroy the whole thing.
Oh shoot, dude.
And after testing, even though I thought this blade would be better balanced, it still won't really stay upright. But
to be fair, it's not on a flat surface.
Which is once again the first commandment.
It was on a slope.
Extra bit of weight on top. So I cut the top of the bolt off. and tried spinning it just by itself. And you can see it now spins much better.
Oh, okay.
Also, instead of having the clamp coming from the side, I can have it coming from above, like those crappy vending claw machines. And this will be good, as it means the Beyblade will be dropping away from the clamping device, reducing its chance of destroying it. And after welding the clamp at a new angle and giving the Beyblade a spin...
Please don't fall on me. Ooh, so it wobbles.
I reckon this is going to work. And because I want to spend as little time as possible in the drug house, I've constructed this easy to set up IKEA style clamping rig, the core blade.
Wow,
and to help me set up and move everything, I've gotten help from someone with a very particular skill. This guy, whose fingerprints are very distinct and different to my own.
Wow.
Do you have any gloves for me?
No, I could only find one pair of them. You'll be alright though, just I reckon just...
Yeah, wow, okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So we spent the next hour or so cleaning up the room and pulling apart the ceiling to fit the Beyblade in place. And seeing it finally here suspended from the ceiling with the wire and lawnmower is a pretty amazing feeling.
Is this Half-Life?
It looks amazing.
But
that
the
looks
room
pretty
was still
good.
missing stuff for it to smash. So we searched the rest of the house for stuff to furnish the room with.
What are these drug dealer numbers?
They're in a little drug code.
Do you reckon you can decipher it?
I don't know. 420. Blade. Oh, a Chinese flag.
Oh, it's Chinese flag.
Yeah.
Ah. When I got wire, I didn't have to buy it.
Now that the setup finally looks like every Chinese family's dining room, it's time for a proper test.
What are your bets on what's going to happen? Or what do you think's going to happen?
I think as this spins, there's going to be a point where this gets too loose and gets caught in there and just like rips everything in that way or rips everything through there.
Well, maybe it both happens at the same time. Maybe the lawnmower
I
gets
hope
caught
it
up,
don't.
and this gets caught up, and they just rip each other towards each other.
I don't want any of that. Every shot, there's just a what?
So good.
How are you feeling?
Terrified, my heart's racing. Okay. Let it rip.
Hey, he said the line. I reckon it'll work. It'll do it. It'll do it. Why is he running? It's gonna blow up. And release. Did it work? No shot. Why are they diving out the room? They're like 9 rooms away. Come on, guys. It moved the chair. It's not even the same type of chair.
That was the scenario I was imagining in my head, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. As soon as I got the lawnmower started, what really happened was it just ripped the cord.
Oh.
Just ripped. Far out.
No.
What can we do?
Well, we've got the stronger cable that the dealers left here, so we could use that.
Use that. It smells like something's burning though.
Smells
Like-
dirty.
I guess it's just what lawnmowers smell like indoors.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Jesus.
So we tried
Now we
again with no slack, but that meant the tension on the engine meant that the mower wouldn't start.
Oh, no
wait.
We also
shot.
tried using the dealer's thicker wire, but had the same problem.
It just snapped.
What I really
again.
need is a lawnmower motor with a clutch so I can start winding slowly and then increase the speed. And I probably could make my own dodgy clutch, but I might do that in part 2, as we have
It's all
already
wrapping
spent
around
way
it.
too much time in this grow house, as it is. So subscribe if you want to see that. But we still want to see how much damage it would cause if I just pulled the Beyblade the traditional way.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
Back a
okay.
bit though.
Yeah, first test.
Just don't whip yourself if you pull it. That's all.
You're gonna go too
Go,
fast.
go,
for
go,
yourself.
go, go, go,
You're
go,
a
go, go, go,
machine.
go, 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 go. Nice. Keep going.
Go pull.
Yo, that still looks kind of sick.
Oh, because the broom's stopping it.
Ah.
Oh, let's go. No. I mean, you made a very well balanced thing. Let's get out of the way. I think.
It's just gonna spin forever. Should I chuck something into it?
Yeah, we need to bring the rock melons out here next time.
I'm gonna chuck a pot into it. Whoa!
And I was impressed
Ooh.
because I thought the pot bounced off the Beyblade and smashed the chair and teapot. But after looking at the high speed, I think I just threw the pot into the chair. So we decided to try again, but this time with some more exciting stuff.
Oh, no.
Somebody got a light bulb?
Hey, why you got so many and why are they so long? They look like glass bottles.
Yep.
Go, 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 go. They're not gonna hit him, are they? Oh. Oh, we hit the cans. Cans are gone.
Oh, so noisy.
What is that hitting?
Oh, wow.
It's just bouncing off it. Oh, one broke. Oh, that's gonna be dangerous. Clean up.
Now some patrons as targets.
Roll a melon into it.
Yeah, which one?
This is
Melon.
Nug Nug the Nugget.
Oh, that was pretty good. I saw it going half. Watch it. Sheesh. That was a good one.
See what's happened to the melon.
Yo.
It's beautiful.
And then in a final attempt to get the Beyblade to fly through a wall and kill one of us, I put something directly beneath it to throw it off balance. It's so uneven already. Pull.
Yo.
Okay.
Film some of this chair leg damage. I mean, it's not super impressive, but
Yeah, look, if you wanted to saw
It's
a chair
not
in half, you
bad.
could probably...
I reckon
On
you could
a
hand
better
power
way.
pulling, not
And the
machine.
damage
That's
this thing
crazy.
caused definitely was not worth a month's work. And the best
It
thing about
kinda
this whole
was.
build was definitely the fact it resembled a Beyblade enough for even
Yeah.
this little idiot to recognize it.
Wow.
Yes. Did we make a Beyblade? High five.
But besides that, I kind of trashed the dealer's house for nothing.
Oh, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
And hopefully the kingpin that
Oh.
owns the house isn't
You
watching
bent the
right now.
Beyblade a bit.
But if you are, boy, do I have the product for you. Are you sick of obnoxious YouTubers breaking into your house and spinning giant Beyblades everywhere? Well, this whole situation could have easily been avoided if you guys just had today's sponsor,
Oh my
Simply
God.
Safe. Simply Safe is a security system with 24/7 monitoring for only 50 cents a day. Simply Safe will contact the police if they see any suspicious behavior. See all this? It would have never
he
happened,
bent
as
the
I would have been
Beyblade.
arrested hours ago. And there are all kinds of security features you get to choose from. You've got door alarms, windows alarms, water sensors, and most importantly, smoke alarms. How does it work? Well, you've got this base station, and then you put your other sensors around within a 400-foot range, which is such a big range it will probably reach all of the other grow houses in the area, all to keep you and your house and property safe. And the best part,
Unbelievable.
it's so easy to set up, you can do it yourself in under an hour. Look, I'm doing it right now. Thanks to Simply Safe for sponsoring this video. Please go visit them at simplysafe.com/ididathing to get 30% off your system plus a free camera.
Poggers. Very, very good video. Now he needs to make another world's largest Beyblade and make them fight each other and get the engine running. That'd be pretty sick. Very good video. Okay, well, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed that video, make sure to check out the original description down below. Enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, comment, which you'd like me to react to next, subscribe if you're new or just haven't yet. I will see you in the next video. Later.